Hello again, everybody. In this video, I show you how I used to make cheese and butter coolers with local clay. So originally, I was working with stoneware and slip casting, but in early 2000, I worked in China, and after that, I went to start using only local materials, and that's how I started to use Kultela wild clay. When I studied, the local clay was considered not so fancy and a little bit peasant, but because it's porous. And when I started to do products with this clay, I took advice from Buddhism, which says that you can always turn poison to medicine. And I started to think in what kind of products this kind of clay would be good. So my first products were all different kind of coolers. And this video is about how to make how I used to make these food storage coolers or cheese and butter coolers that were used in the summer houses in Finland. Some of the summer houses don't have electricity, or you want to sit long time in the terrace in the summer heat, so it's nice to have something covering food and that will keep it cool also. For this I used 1.4 kilos clay, Kultela clay. And it's really important that you work with the floor long time and truly, that you get all the clay particles going around same way, because this kind of clay cracks really easily. And I still measure the floor, even I've been working 40 years with pottery wheel. Especially making cheese coolers, it's important to measure the floor. You will see why later. I just make a simple bowl now, first day. So I don't have to cut these I just lift them next day from the bats that I use for drawing. They are made from plaster. The following day I will trim the pot and make an upper part of the cooler. It will have a little bottle storage on top of the pots. You can see them in the picture behind, how they're gonna look like. So Kultela is field clay from Somero, and it's quite clean on its own, so you don't have to do much with it. Anu, who makes the clay for me, she just adds some sand to it, and the sand comes from the neighboring village, Kiikala. And now we're gonna come to the interesting part. I'm gonna be first I put some slip on it, and then I take I eyeball the amount of clay I use for this, but it's maybe 1 kilo, no, 800 grams. And here now I'm going to center a piece of clay on top of the pot. And it's very important that you don't press down when you attach. And you have to attach it to the top, but if you press a lot of down, you will easily break the pot. And now it's really important that the floor in the bowl that I made is thick enough, because if it's thin, you will break this pot. And then I just throw a regular cylinder on top of that. And shape it for my liking. This is the technique I also use for my hanging planters, and if you're interested, you can check the video. I put a link below on the top corner there. And finish it with wooden spatula. And then I'm gonna pack my pots. And working with wild clay, at least this Kultela field clay, is slow designed. So now I'm gonna pack them, and especially if I attach pieces, I have to keep it moist for a few months before I start drying them. So I pack them really well using paper and plastic bags, and then I forget them on my shelf for several months. And that's the way you do if you work with this clay, so that the parts will stay together. So then you wait, and a few months later I put it in the kiln, and it will turn red as the iron in the Finnish clay, field clay, turns the clay red in oxidation firing. When start using it, you can put it in the water for a day first, of overnight, and you can always add water on the top bottle to keep everything cool inside. So you can put cheese there. And it will keep it cool. Once again, thank you for watching my video.